There had been a message delivered, and that's a huge thing in the NFL. The message was, we're moving on. And to reverse course in June, I think would have gone against everything that Ted Thompson and Mike McCarthy believe in, about building a team, about not having it be about one person.
On the morning of July 11th, I and many other Packers fans woke up to read headlines we never thought we'd see.
I think the first time I realized, okay, this is not going to end well is when Bus Cook sent a letter asking for Favre's release. This was going to put the Packers in a hell of a spot. This was going to put the fans in a hell of a spot.
We were in an environment where we talked to a lot of people in Wisconsin. And talking to some of our clients, people kept saying, hey, somebody should do something about this, somebody should do something about this. And we had a crazy idea.
Two Milwaukee brothers are the brainchild behind this Brett Favre rally. They launched this website, bringbackbrettfavre.com, last night, just a day after reports surfaced. Brett Favre asked the Packers for his unconditional release.
The Packers are part of my upbringing, my life. You know, it's not sick, it's just, you know, there's just part, it's like the trees in the yard. You know, I put out a Packer flag on Sundays in my neighborhood, Chicago Bear neighborhood. And then I talked to some people in my office. I said, why don't we do a poll, you know? Let's find out what people in Green Bay really think. Should the Packers trade Brett Favre? On that particular question, 73.5% of the people said no, and 17% of the people said yes. And 9% said just release him outright. Give him a release so he can go anywhere. What do you want Brett Favre's role to be with the Green Bay Packers this season? Starting quarterback, 33% of the people said starting quarterback, so 1/3. Backup quarterback, 18% said backup quarterback. And remain retired, 34%. So the big numbers there. He should remain retired, 34%, or he should be a starting quarterback again, 33%. Some people like the information, some people didn't. In fact, it is what it is. I mean, it gives you the information that you needed at the time.
We don't think that the behavior of discarding someone who's worked so hard for an organization to be so quick to be tossed aside is an okay way to behave. We knew about online petitions and how to do them well, and people just started signing it. At the end of the day, it was over 20,000 signatures and comments, and it stacked to, really quite high when printed out. Despite how much press coverage the effort got, how well trafficked the site was to hundreds of thousands of visitors, never at any point did the Packers organization acknowledge us in a formal way. And you would think that an organization would want to hear from its fans. And that was one of the most disappointing things to me as a Packer fan.
I always felt through this whole ordeal that the fans kind of got left out, quite frankly. That Brett Favre did what was best for him, and the Packers did what was best for them. And I don't think anybody really considered how the fans felt about all of this.
I think Ted Thompson was hoping that the situation would go away.
The Packers they just wanted to take the high road the whole time, and they didn't want to fight back, and they didn't say anything. They knew this guy's legendary status in Green Bay, so they just kept quiet. And by doing that, they lost the PR battle time after time after time.
So this is now at the height of Favre mania in Packer Nation. There are people marching outside Lambeau Field with banners, talking about bring Brett Favre back. The Press-Gazette is being inundated with hundreds of letters every day about people, why is Ted Thompson trying to run Brett Favre out of town? The next day, a member of the Packers PR department calls one member of each paper to go and talk with Ted Thompson.
I want to say it was in a conference room that's located near Mike McCarthy and Ted Thompson's office, and McCarthy was there and Thompson was there, and they had very detailed notes. They were very prepared to talk about this.
And that was the only time I've ever seen a sort of humanity behind the mask of Ted Thompson. He puts on this aura as though he's never going to show you any emotion. He's never going to reveal anything about his thinking. And that was the one time where you could physically see, it was tangible, that there was a pain on Ted Thompson's face, that there was a confusion, that there was a hurt. And it's not to paint Ted Thompson as the victim here, but he didn't know what to do. How do you tell the greatest player in Packers history that we're not going to bring you back, but we also are not going to release you?